They don't need to make everyone happy too. Like I just feel like the old man that's like hating on the younger generation's music or something.
I will say one of the cards though is in Japanese, and I cannot read one word on it.
Well, that's because it's in Japanese, Josh. What do you mean? Can you read Japanese?
I want to. I wish I could.
Yeah. No.
But
no
how
shit.
am I supposed to know what this card does?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 35 of Big Deck Energy. I'm one of your hosts, Tyler Barrett. Joined with me tonight is Josh Lucian. We've got Bailey Hilton in the house as well, and Clifford is back as well. So, whole crew here tonight. What's up, gents?
Good.
Oh, yeah, no, not much.
Cliff, how you doing?
Just here to talk some fab. Here to talk some fab, baby.
Coming down the hallway again. That's all right.
Am I quiet?
I swear to God, the first minute of the episode is always Cliff just sprinting back from the bathroom or something.
No, but today we got, I don't know, kind of a chill episode. Not much going on again. Some spoilers to go over. Some crazy, let's just say antics maybe in the top 8 at Phuket. And we probably can touch on the ProQuest coming up this weekend, you know.
Yes,
I know
sir.
some of the boys at the shop are making the road trip out west.
Yeah.
So yeah, that should be fun.
Fargo town, baby.
Yeah.
Let's just get into
Great
it though.
state of Dakota.
What'd you guys do in Fab or card games, I should say? Cliff, you want to start us off?
Yeah.
Not particularly, but I guess I will.
Yeah, come on. Just get it over with. Just get it over with.
The most fabbing I got done in the last week was mainly just ordering some pieces for Rhinar and kind of just still thinking about how I want that deck to work and where to cut cards. I'm still trying to find good blues to throw into Rhinar, who unfortunately cannot utilize the blue 6 power or the blue 5 powers that KO can. So spent a little bit of just poking around and doing some window shopping, I guess, for some good blues. Other than that, it was checking out some of the local shops to buy some singles for both Flesh and Blood and Magic. I know I mentioned it on a couple episodes back that I was likely going to get dragged back into Magic, kicking and screaming, possibly vomiting. And here I am. We've arrived. I've been let out of the trunk and played a couple games. And actually, you know, I'm not going to lie. I had a lot of fun. I really did.
Yeah.
It's been a hot minute since I played just a Commander game, and it was nice just to show up and do some degenerate shenanigans in a Magic game.
Yeah, when we played Sorry, Cliff. When we played the Lord of the Rings Commanders, I remember that was the first time we had played all, like, you know, in a long time. Mm-hmm. And it was a blast. Yeah. Like you said. It was still fun.
Yeah, I won the first game I played, which was just a one-on-one, and then when we got in the group, I started getting the Scarab engine going. I had a pretty big turn, came back around, and I go, all right, everyone's going to take like 15 damage. I'm going to scry 15, and I started doing a bunch more shenanigans, and then for the rest of the night, nobody would let me do anything. It was automatic removal and fuck my shit up. I think they were being nice to me in the beginning just to see like if I had a decent deck and I knew what I was doing. And then I started doing the cycling and the sack outlets and doing all that fun stuff. And they went, okay, yeah, no, this guy can get it. So then they just fucking gave it to me.
Isn't that the worst when everybody starts ganging up on you?
Yeah, we did that.
To be fair,
we did
the way
the
Scarab works, it's almost impossible not to have enemies at the table. I just kind of blanket say fuck you for having zombies on my board, and nobody likes that.
It was a huge determining factor in why I got out of Magic, actually, was the one-on-one aspect and all the formats, the modern, standard, and all that stuff kind of dying. You know, at Legends, it became just Commander every weekend. And that was the only, I mean, I tried. We tried to do modern nights. You know, I would plan them specifically to just bust out those decks and dust them off, and no one would come. So it would be like me and Sean, you know, so it wasn't really even a tournament. But yeah, Commander is definitely fun. Like, it has its time and place. I think that Flesh and Blood being so one-on-one and so competitive really filled that hole for a lot of old Magic players that loved that, like, you know, power level and just the things you could do with one-on-one in the modern format even. Or now they have all these crazy, like, Pioneer and all these crazy formats now. But
oh yeah.
I got one last thing to add, and I kind of wanted to headbutt a brick wall because I just, for shits and giggles, bought some Magic packs and bought a couple from the new set, and I bought a couple from Modern Horizon 2. From the new set, I pulled Alt Art Vein Ripper, which was like a $40 card. And then from the Modern Horizon 2 pack, I got a foil Scalding Tarn. So I pull better for Magic than I do for Flesh and Blood.
I was just going to say that.
Also, be glad I didn't rip you. Be glad I didn't rip you any of those Ixalan packs because I did not rip.
Were they all dookie?
I did not rip a Mana Crypt for you. So.
Oh, okay, good. So that means I don't have to download a TikTok.
Yeah, you bastard.
Not the singles got to me for Magic at one of the shops. They had a lot of stuff that I had wanted to order but never got around to. And then since it was there, I was like, all right, guess we're going to get these.
He's buying singles. I'm getting rid of all mine. I just sold Jared a bunch of my Magic singles.
Well, Ty, if you got a Mana Crypt, step into my office.
Is that the 1-drop artifact?
Zero drop artifact, tap to float 2 colorless. When you untap it, you flip a coin, take 3 damage if you roll heads, I think.
Sure it's not just a land?
Positive.
Artifact.
Oh, okay.
It is an artifact.
Yeah, I think I have like all of like, or one of all like the big good ones, you know, for good Commander decks. I'd have to see. But I mean, I still have all my modern decks and Commander decks. I didn't sell that portion of my Magic collection when I sold out.
So you probably have a Mana Crypt.
Yeah,
gotcha.
but it's not like going to be... No, that's not up for trade, Cliff.
No. Good to know. Glad we could have this discussion.
One day I might sell those decks, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. You know, I got out of the game, but not totally out of the game. You know, I still have those decks sitting there. They haven't been touched in years, but... yeah, so not much Fab though, Cliff. You didn't play any Flesh and Blood or anything?
No, I didn't get any games in, unfortunately. It showed up to the shop up here, but they've actually stopped posting events because I guess it had been a couple weeks since anyone showed.
No.
So I'm gonna be trying to get that circuit up here running again. Yeah, I showed up to the shop and they're like, "Oh, nobody's showed up for a while," and they're playing Star Wars Unlimited, and I'm just like, "God damn it. No, this is not how this is supposed to work."
Do it.
I told you I'd build you a deck.
I don't need another card hobby to get into. I just got dragged back into Magic, for God's sakes.
The Star Wars is actually good. Like, actually a good game.
Yeah, no, I had a fantastic time playing Star Wars, I'm going to be honest.
This is the card game you're looking for, Cliff.
Nope. The card game I'm looking for is Flesh and Blood. I just need to get other idiots in on it with me.
If you didn't feel it, Ty was using the Force on you from the studio.
Tell him to turn more because he sucks.
Well, speaking of Star Wars, I'm going to go next real quick. I went to a Star Wars Unlimited draft for cards on Friday night, and it was actually super fun. All the cards are viable. Picking your seat is definitely a lot easier in Star Wars than most other draft games because it's easier to read.
Yeah.
A lot easier to read. And obviously, you know, everyone's going to pick green right off the rip, so...
Just don't pick green. Get all the good cards.
Yeah. Red, blue, yellow, whatever you need. But for Fab-wise, I'm currently battling whether or not I want to play Axe Dory or Axe Kasai.
I think you just play Dory, dude.
You think
Just
so?
do Dory.
Dude, I don't know. This is actually one of the questions I wanted to ask Dietz about. Was like, what about Kasai? Is like, dragging him towards that hero. Maybe now he's switching to Dory. I don't know, the hatchet Dory.
Yep.
That extra swing that
It's
you
huge.
are threatening seems to be
Huge.
enough to take people away from Kasai. Kasai can do kind of like this bigger end game combo wombo thing with her blood on her hands turns, because like those turns are crazy and they suck. You just really like have to set it up though. Like you have to have shit hit and like make the coppers. Like when I play Kasai, like with Teklo, a lot of times they'll just have like no copper at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So like their blood in their hands kind of are useless. So yeah, I don't know. She's probably easier to like answer. The hatchet Dory just requires blocks like every freaking turn. So
I feel like with new Kasai, since it's not as easy to actually get copper like the older Kasai, you do have to know when you need to, really push that blood on her hands to get that the turn where you just like gain the tempo, because that really is the deciphering turn of gaining tempo, and you definitely need to know when to do it. You can't just, if you have 6 and you see your first one, most of the time you shouldn't do it, just because of the fact that you've used half of your cards that gain copper to get those 6 for your first one. So do you really want to do it on turn 4, 5?
right.
No, probably not worth it.
Yeah.
Set it up for endgame. Set it up for slowly dwindle them down with the 2 hatchet swings each turn if you can, if you have the tempo. But you're right. I think Dory is just able to swing 3 axes more consistent than the blood on her hands turns. And it's just a lot more viable.
Are you gonna be? Do you know which like chess piece you're gonna be leaning into?
Grains.
Yeah,
I have to get one still.
I have one you can use.
Yeah.
So
If
you are
can't
running
use Courage of Blade Hold with axes.
no, like I know some iterations are just playing Tunic.
Yeah, you're right.
Was it Max playing
Max was
Tunic?
playing Tunic. If you're going for like the longer game, which I think Dory Axe definitely is a longer game deck.
Oh yeah, dude.
So it's
those games are just like a slog.
You're definitely getting like 4 or 5 value out of those. If you're 4, I'll say is the max, because 5 is a lot. But grains, if you're able to hit both your axes and you have 2 floating resource, that's 2 next resource that you can pay into to your next
Sometimes
turn.
it seems like they have a lot of extra resources and shit laying
Most
around.
of the time.
It does feel like some turns when you're forced to like keep a 3-card hand, you can't even like use it the best, or you're just left with like resources. So yeah, grains. I mean, dude, I don't know what we picked for our like top cards of that set. I don't know if grains even made any of our lists, but looking back, it did it.
I think I picked that.
That card seems to be like
It's a
one
house.
of the front runners, I think.
I'd say one of the best legendaries that came out of that set, next to Balance of Justice.
Right. Yeah, that one's pretty
Nuts.
pretty good too. Yeah. But yeah, my weeks in Fab, I did nothing. I didn't play again. I had family stuff going on and some business related things that morning that I couldn't really push forward.
Yep.
So, sad though. I really wanted to get some in-game practice before this week. For this ProQuest, I have very little in-game practice.
Yeah.
Ever since RTN season, kind of took like a little break there, and just hoping it doesn't bite me. This is like a new and updated list, so that's kind of nerve-wracking.
Have you been playing any Talishar with it?
A little
Obviously,
bit, not much. I have been playing a little bit, trying to tweak the matchups and the sideboard plans.
Sure.
Because I don't know if you guys. But yeah, you guys know I'll fucking go and do every single hero.
Yeah.
I will literally have every hero in CC, like what comes out of my deck.
Literally on a notebook.
Just on a piece of paper. Yeah,
Each hero.
It's
divided.
too easy, and that's why I was so fucking stupid that I didn't have my pistol in the Prism game in RTNs, because like it says right there on the paper. I'm just an idiot.
Yep. Just didn't look at it. Thought you had it.
Yeah. Whatever happened. Not sure, the brain fart, but yeah, I can't wait for ProQuest season. Super excited. Bailey, you made the armory, correct?
I did.
This really
I
is
almost
Lone
didn't.
Ranger.
This really is like Bizarro Jerry World or something, dude. Like you've been making all the armories, and Josh and I are just not. What is happening?
I don't know, boys. You tell me.
I don't know.
What's happening?
Why don't you tell us what happened?
Hey, new job, man. It's tough.
I hear
Dude,
you were on this really
this-
crazy, weird, stupid
This
hero.
weekend was a fucking roller coaster. So I woke up for the armory, got all my like bags together and stuff, right? Was ready to go, or so I thought. Get to the shop, and I'm like unpacking all my stuff,
I think so.
and I'm like, I don't have one box with me, and that box has my azalea in it, which I was planning on playing. So I'm like sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, where did this deck go? Couldn't find it. It was like
Bailey's calling me, accusing me of stealing it. It was.
Oh,
bad.
hey, no, 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 no.
I'm kidding.
But no. So I'm like sitting there. I'm like, what the hell did I do with this? And I even like went home because I'm only like 5 minutes away from the shop, if even. Like I even went home. I'm like tearing apart like the rest of like my card stash, trying to figure out if I like put the box away somewhere super weird, and I just have nothing. So I like mosey my way back to the shop, and I was just gonna leave. I was fucking defeated. I was like I don't know where this deck is. I'm just gonna go home and keep looking for it. And Carter's like, "Oh, you can play one of mine if you want to," and I was like, "No, no." And then I was like, you know what? The deciding factor for me was I was the 8th player, and I was like, well, shit, like I can't just make someone play a bye. Like I can't do that to someone, man.
Fucking
So I'm like,
drop
fuck it.
drop
Yeah, for
Bailey?
real.
What is happening?
For real. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Like, what do you got for me? And so he slides me Arachne. First time playing Arachne.
Dude. So you're telling me all I have to do is steal your deck box to get you to play Teklo? That's it? Just have to steal it when you get there, then you'll play my deck? You'll feel the power, dude, finally.
Oh, maybe.
Okay, I'll
might
keep
be
that
all
in
you
mind.
have to do.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
But so I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Like I'll stick around. I'll play. Played Arachne. I went 1 and 2 with it, so only picked up one. I think it was Sean. No, I beat Rick. And then lost to. I think I played Sean. Like lost to Sean and.
What heroes were
I'm
they
forgetting
on?
I'm forgetting who I played round 1 now. Oh my god, I gotta go pull it up again. Swear, I can never remember. I just like show up and play games. Oh yeah, it was super stupid. I played Carter round 1.
On against with his own deck against
who knows the deck. Fuck, who was he on?
Viscerai, probably?
He was on Viscerai.
Yep.
Yeah, he was on Viscerai. That matchup, I'm gonna be honest, was miserable. Found out the hard way that Arachne just does not deal with split damage super well, which was fun. It was still somewhat close, but I was still, obviously figuring out like the play patterns and stuff like that. Went into round 2, played Sean on his Fi, and that one was, it was Fi. That one was just a race. Nothing new there. Sean ended up taking it. We were down to like 1-1 for a while. It was like neck and neck all the way down.
I think that's when I walked into the shop and I saw you guys playing, and it was like neck and neck, literally down to the wire.
I think it might have been, yeah. But Sean ended up sneaking it in, which was cool. Good for Sean. Thanks, buddy, for the game. Played Rick round 3. He was on Reinar.
Hell yeah.
Which I was like, fuck, here we go. Like 0-3 going up against a Reinar. But dude, Arachne really started clicking that game, and Arachne's smooth, dude.
Dude, don't you dare start playing Arachne. Got you and Cliff for
Um,
some weird reason both gravitating towards this fucking
Tuna fish sandwich.
hero.
Arachne's just got this thing, man, when you're playing him. He's just got this, like,
The-
little air around him. I don't know. It's fun.
Don't get me wrong, I have a
The-
deck built, but I'm not playing them at any event.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, the what is it? The intimidation is still a bitch, right? Because like I'm sitting there, I'm being forced to take damage, and like Arachne really does not want to take damage. So, but on the plus side, I mean, I was being left with some very nice hands. Shred, great fucking card going into someone like a brute or like a guardian that just wants to block here and there and whatnot. So ended up squeaking that one out. I think I took it off of whatever the attack reaction is that buffs by 3.
Cut to the chase.
Cut to the chase.
Yeah, took it off the back of a cut to the chase.
Nice.
Great card. Cut to the chase is gas.
Yeah.
0
So-
for 3.
What hero do you think you're gonna play for ProQuest season? Zelia.
I still think I
Don't
gotta
say
be on
Arachne.
Azalea.
Don't say Arachne.
Like I'm definitely gonna build an Arachne, I think. Like that was too much fun.
I knew it. I was gonna ask you, did that like make you decide if you want to build an Arachne or not?
It absolutely did.
Is that gonna
Arachne's
push
cool,
you?
man.
Is that gonna sway your decision on some of these new heroes coming out of Part the Mistveil? Are you thinking about building a new now after playing in a?
I guess you could see I'm looking at a certain hero in a new light, but
Okay.
To be fair, she has 2 great reasons why.
Oh yeah, dude.
Factual. Well,
Well, I
That
gotta.
one took me a split second. And the biggest kicker out of all of this, right? I go up at the end to report my win, right? Walk into Steve's little office. What's fucking sitting on the desk?
Part the Mistveil shit.
My little red deck box that has Azalea in it.
Ooh.
I left it there last weekend, apparently, or 2 weekends ago, and I wasn't
man.
there to play last weekend.
Just lose your whole deck. Just not even know.
Yeah. Like I
that's
don't,
classic.
I'm gonna like I don't like touch my fab stuff outside of
I know
like,
you
the
don't.
weekend
I
unless
know.
I'm like
I know.
building something.
Oh, it's funny.
So, like that first 20 minutes was like the most panicked I've ever been for anything fab related. I was like,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah. I bet.
Like it's gone. It's all gone. And lo and behold, it was just sitting right there.
Well,
But yeah, like I said, dude, I don't know. Arachne's pretty sweet.
Well, speaking on the assassin talk, why don't we break down some of the spoilers that we've gotten from Part the Mistveil? We've gotten quite a bit.
Well, we know what we know what the chi thing does now, right?
Yep.
So last week, if you remember, we were talking how you probably just transcend, and then the cards you play turn into chi. We were close. Instead of turning cards you play into chi, after you transcend, if you have played a blue card this turn, you basically just get a blue back in your hand in the form of chi. The cool thing about this, I think, is that they stay transformed for the rest of the game. So now when you pitch those cards, they're just chi during your second cycle. So let's say you like transcend a bunch of them, or you're flipping a lot of them, right? And then you're playing to your second cycle. Now all of your chi has been like unlocked or whatever, and you don't really need to do the transcend thing again.
Yep.
Which is, I don't know. It seems like these are all probably like second cycle decks. When you have like really strong blues, you can kind of see what happens with decks like, Icelander and even, Oldhim to an extent, and the Guardians.
I mean, most of the ones that we've gotten are all blues.
Yeah, it seems like this is just the
This
blue
is gonna be
set,
a
right?
blue set, yeah.
They care about playing blue cards before to be able to transcend, and then you basically get this. It's like drawing a card, but you just replace the blue you played before it. Yeah, it's. I mean, I can't wait to see. Yeah, I just can't wait to see more cards, right? You want to talk about some of the art we got, Josh? You guys see some of these marvels? The one with New's ass hanging out. I mean, come on, like that set of
glorious.
3. Those were good.
Glorious.
Those were some, at least tasteful. But if we get more of these other ones with what was it? Stir the Pot, I think that one. You want to pull that one up, Josh?
Ooh.
I know, man. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you don't like Stir the Pot? I think it's hilarious.
The first thing when I was scrolling, like just shit scrolling, I like saw this card, and I swear to God, I thought it was a secret lair. I didn't even it didn't even click it was a fad thing until I saw like the person who posted it, and I like clicked on it. And I'm like, wait, what? This is just a Marvel. I was like, seems like Hello Kitty fucking secret lair for Magic or something, and I just couldn't help but just hate it. I don't know. This doesn't seem like a fab card to me. It seems like this would be just terrible in your hand. I've always loved the art of fab with the realism and the fact that it is a little bit different than other games in that the codexes were kind of that first step, into the. I mean, those Marvel codexes. I'm looking at 2 of them right there, Josh. Right, You have them set up right there.
Yep.
I mean, I remember kind of hating those too.
What?
I know. Yeah, dude. I was.
You didn't like the codexes?
No.
Hold up.
Well,
Wait,
here's why.
wait.
So, like, maybe it's just the OCD in me, dude. But I would draw the one I have. Right. I was like, I was hunting the other 2, so I would draw it, and it would just bug the shit out of me, dude, because it would be so much different than the template on all my other cards. So I just decided to get normal ones, or like whatever, foil out the other one. And I just can't help but think like these cards are just going to be that for me. Like there's no chance I play with these in my deck, and they just remind me of Secret Lair so bad.
See, I think LSS gave the artist, like, here, get this card. And Buddy decided to eat some pizza and sprinkle a little extra something on top of it. Because
They look
on?
like that. Some of them look
What's going on?
wild, dude. And like, okay, like I said this too. I want to make this point. Like in the binder, like when I collect the set, it's gonna look great. They're gonna look great. Like the art itself, like just as art, are great. Like don't get me wrong.
I bet the coal foiling on it looks gorgeous. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, probably. Just in terms of just a fab card, and now like half like or maybe most of the Marvels are gonna be this kind of style. Bailey brought up an interesting point, and I do agree with him that like this is the perfect set for that, right? Being in Mysteria, just being with the whole feel and lore of Mysteria, like this kind of like. Did you guys see the anime promo for Worlds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, like
yeah.
it all fits, right? It's
It
all
does.
fitting.
It is.
It
it is the world
absolutely
premiere
fits.
for Tokyo, and like they're finally getting fab cards in their prints.
Is it not Worlds? Is it just the world premiere?
No, I think it's the world premiere.
okay.
Yep. But it's the world premiere for Tokyo and everything, so it thematically makes sense, right? I mean, they're doing the set based off of Japanese or.
They don't need to
that
make
base,
everyone
but-
happy too. Like I just feel like the old man that's like hating on the younger generation's music or something.
I will say one of the cards though is in Japanese, and I cannot read one word on it.
Well, that's because
So-
it's in Japanese, Josh. What do you mean? Can you read
Yeah,
Japanese?
I want to. I wish I could.
Yeah. No.
But
no shit.
how am I supposed to know what this card does?
You mean if you're like at Worlds and you like are forced to because they have like Japanese packs like being
I know.
opened and
I know,
played
but
in
my
that
question is, what card is it?
It
I don't know what
You
card
would
it's
have
the
to know.
It's the Marvel preserved tradition.
is it?
Yes. Flip it over. Look at what the inner chi says. Transcended from preserved tradition.
You are right. No, all of them say that, goofball.
Ooh, the little head snap. he
All of
just
them
head
say
snapped
that.
you into his mic, dude.
Even the English ones.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's probably just, February being February. I'm assuming they're all going to say transcended from whatever the front face of the card was, just so that
Yeah.
have an idea of what's been transcended.
Even Stir the
Because
Pot
they
says
are
it, though.
they're
Don't you think
definitely not all
they'd
named
flip it over
preserved
and it'd say Stir the
tradition.
Pot? Or, they'd be smart enough to do it? I don't
No,
know.
probably not. They probably just took the one scan of the one chi that got spoiled that said transcended from preserved tradition and just copy pasted it to the backside of all the other flip cards.
Valid.
I don't know.
Anyways.
Cliff, what's your take on the art?
So it just struck me when we all said that all these cards say from preserved tradition. What if preserved tradition allows us to select a mode when you transcend, kind of like Art of War or something? Like, it doesn't really say that on the card, but...
What?
So all these Marvel cards, right? The Homage to the Ancestor, Passover, the Japanese one none of us can read, Stir the Pot.
The Japanese one is the card preserved tradition. Preserved
Right.
tradition is a card.
Yeah,
There's no
Are we
mode.
sure about that?
I don't think... I hate this. I'm going to figure it out right now. I'm pulling that shit up.
We should have some.
What do you
Jeopardy music.
hate? Look at the spoilers. Look at the card named Preserved Tradition.
yes.
What mode would you pick? What?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because they all say transcended from preserved tradition. It could just be February being something stupid.
No, I'm telling you, like the one chi we got spoiled was the backside of Preserved Tradition, and so they just copy pasted that as the flip for all of the other marbles.
So the card is called The
that makes
Path
sense.
Everyone Has Taken. Mystic Instant. One target attack gains a continuation. So might be go again. If you have played another blue card this turn, flip, transcend, and
Is this
add it
like
to
the
its owner
translation?
hand. Yeah.
Okay.
So it is not preserved tradition
No, I think like Bailey said, they probably just copy pasted.
from the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys see
That
the
would
one
make
that
a lot of
just?
sense.
You guys see the one that just shuffles?
Yeah.
I've always thought they needed that effect in the game. It's kind of cool. I mean,
I
don't know how
think
many
you'll
decks are
need
played.
it with these flip cards. Like otherwise, you're just gonna end up with a bunch of resources all like
sure.
in a row.
yeah, that makes sense.
Like
Well, because
like-
my idea was like, let's say like first cycle you really work on just transcending a bunch and you're flipping all your cheese, right? And then you would like play toward like your whole second cycle your deck has transcended. You've unlocked all your chi sort of.
Yep.
So like is thematic like in that sense too, where you can kind of like do the transcending and then like when you see all your chi again it's already flipped and
So
you
this
get
is
to,
almost like
get to
reverse
just
of
do your
normal
thing.
fab. You're starting out weaker and you're getting stronger towards the end of the game by flipping your chi and
Teklo.
transcending.
Teklo.
Yeah, okay. Well, Teklo's the only other one that I will say that. But I don't know. I mean, it does seem like a very cool thematic like theme.
Yeah, it feels like you're if that's how it plays out, I guess I should
Yeah.
say it would feel right,
Yeah.
I just can't wait to see like more cards, I guess.
Not wrong. I do
Yeah.
like some of the art for like the legendary like assassin.
Oh, I already know what art you
illusionist.
like. I already know what
and
art you like,
ninja.
Josh. Okay,
Oh.
you don't have to tell us. We all know.
I think it's interesting. So like they're all instants, right?
Yep.
So like you can play these just at the start of turn or even on your opponent's turn without ever having like played another blue card and just not transcend for the effect.
Well, yeah, but why would you do that?
Like
You mean
well, think about like with preserved tradition, like do you want to put an action card from your graveyard on the bottom and then just immediately transcend with that, or do you want to like preserve tradition first during like your first cycle, put something back on the bottom and then transcend with it during like second cycle or something like that and just get more value out of it that way? Like is there more value in it there? or with even just like some of the other effects on these cards.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I mean,
like Passover, like assassins absolutely want to like be banishing cards. I guess it banishes from graveyard though, so it's not like you're.
Another key thing that we should also bring up is that
I
they
don't know.
have changed the word legendary on these cards. So
what do you mean
unlimited,
changed it?
so unlimited, you can play more than one legendary card in your deck.
Oh, right.
You
yeah,
may only
we were
have,
talking about that.
You may only have one of whatever it is. So the one that I'm looking at is the Undercurrent Desires, which is the Mystic Assassin instant. But it reads you may only have one in a constructed deck. So in limited, you're allowed to have multiple of them.
If you pull, if you were
if you pull two.
Are these marbles?
These
They're-
are marbles. The
Yeah, these
Sacred
are
Art
the
ones.
This is
marbles.
the one with their ass hanging out, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All like those marvels, great art. Right?
Oh, look amazing.
Dude. But then you get to like the comic booky anime kind of. Oh man, I don't
No,
know.
they're like oil paintings.
Yeah. No. They're gonna look good, like I said, in the binder.
Some of them don't look absolutely horrid. Like I actually don't mind Passover. Like yeah,
The
there's a lot
only-
going on, but like
The only one that like looks cartoony or secret layery, in my opinion, is Stir the Pot.
Yeah, I
I
guess
still
that
like
was
it.
that was the one that really like
stuck out to
threw
you.
me. I guess it stirred the pot.
One may say.
I guess, if you
One
will.
may say.
Okay. Well, you guys want to?
Interesting. Well, I just realized Preserve Tradition is a common legendary.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, the legendary keyword. They're being a lot more. What's the word? They're just using it on different rarities in the set, which is like a new thing. Just kind of.
I'm gonna be
Well,
real. If my
well, they have
legendary
rare
for a
legend-
box is a fucking common,
They
I'm
have rare
throwing that box.
legendaries.
Well, no, they don't take the slot of like a legendary. It just has the legendary keyword.
Yeah. Like
Okay,
one per
gotcha,
deck.
gotcha.
You know, like sometimes
Yeah.
the card will just say legendary and you can have one in your deck.
We've seen it once before on a different rarity. The rares out of Monarch, but that's the only other set that we've seen it in.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
the Soul Reaping,
Soul Reaping.
and
Yeah.
Soul Harvest.
Soul Harvest. What's the Bolton one? No, Bolton doesn't have one. No,
I don't think Bolton has one.
no, because that's their legendary
I don't
card
think so,
essentially
no.
for. Because
I think his only legendary is like Spirit. I think that has legendary text, right?
yeah,
The keyword.
Yep,
of
Spirit
Arena.
does.
Yep.
Well, you guys want to get into this calling?
Let's get into it.
I want to ask you guys a question though first. Would you guys pick blue cheese or ranch in the finals?
Ranch, 100%.
Ranch.
I'm a ranch guy.
Ranch.
Blue cheese.
Blue cheese. Bailey.
I'm so lost.
Just pick.
Okay. Well, a ham sandwich
Yeah,
made an
fucking
appearance.
Ranch.
Thank you.
A ham sandwich made an appearance in the finals, and it made me think. Can I just bring buffalo wings to the finals of a fucking calling, dude? Or no? Where's the where do you draw the line in this in terms of what you're allowed to like consume on
Yeah,
stream?
can we get like a ruling?
Yeah, can
Not
you
even
imagine
just on
someone
stream,
busting
but, like,
out
can I bring
wings?
like a full like 5-course meal to my next tournament?
No. Okay.
Catch me pulling up to the top table with a fucking chocolate fountain.
The fucking
Just slaps
Chinese
his
buffet, man.
tomahawk steak down, just cutting it nicely as he's watching the guy play his cards.
Oh my god, I couldn't believe it. I lost my mind. Now, shout out to Brody Spurlock for winning. He won on Azalea.
Yep.
Hey,
And
he
I
had
think-
that mid-game fuel up. That gave him an advantage.
No, dude, I think he did
Yeah,
it.
is this the fab equivalent of doping?
He did it for the memes.
Yeah.
He had to
100%.
have. Like, I think he felt comfortable. He was about to win the game, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking take a couple bites of this ham sandwich right now and make sure I get this on stream. Like he was, and it's just such a power move. It's
It
such
is.
a power move, dude. Imagine.
That's a fucking menace.
Oh my
It
goodness,
is.
man. I tried to picture if someone would ever do that to me in the finals of a very like high level event, and I don't know if I'd be able to handle it. I would lose my shit.
I would lose my shit.
It was like so next
just
level.
rip out a 1 pound bag of Pop Rocks.
It was like next level mental games, dude. Is what it, like celebratory ham sandwiches. I fucking couldn't believe it. But yeah, I'm bringing buffalo wings to the next finals. I'm in.
Not a bad choice.
I'll never get to a final. So.
Whoa, boys,
oh, I never
boys,
answered.
boys.
Actually,
boys.
I'm a
I
big
just
blue
had a
cheese
thought.
guy. I know.
We have been referring to all of our decks as stinky tuna fish sandwich. What is the opposite of a stinky tuna fish sandwich?
A ham and cheese sandwich.
A ham and cheese sandwich.
Well, no. What if I just start bringing tuna fish sandwiches, and then like that will be the bit?
Nah, he's in nowhere. He's lurking. I just know it.
Oh man, yeah. The top 8 was nuts.
Hey, maybe the new meta is to just like disorient your opponent with food. So I'm gonna bring like a battery powered microwave and just start microwaving my like fish from yesterday, like throw them off.
No, it really did make me question of like, or it led me to the question of like, where do you draw the line? What if someone brought buffalo wings and they were like, well, no, like he ate on stream. Why can't you're gonna tell me I can't eat? Like where is it?
Where's the line?
Interfered with the rules, dude.
A
Like,
ham sandwich doesn't have an AOE effect when you're eating it.
Wait, here's the question: Does he like
Judge
mayo?
Nathan, what is the ruling on eating in the middle of a game?
Yeah, there you go, Nathan. There's one for you. But do we
So
know
long
if
as it's
Brody?
not Nathan's mom, I think it's okay.
No.
Do we know if Brody likes mayo on his ham sandwich? Because then you're running the risk of getting mayo on your deck. You have to shuffle your opponent's deck, right? You take a bite of a ham sandwich with mayo on it. I mean, that's like a risk, right? You're running a risk. It's like toxic materials on the game table.
I think I've heard that.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I think I've heard people say that he does not put mayo on his sandwich.
Okay,
I
just
think.
straight up ham
Just
cheese.
straight up in ham and cheese. No condiments.
I could, dude.
I
don't know, I feel like you
I
gotta
think
be-
he's
gotta
just a
be
mad
quick with
scientist.
it.
He's
Like,
a
I
mad
feel like
genius.
you're
He did
just-
it for the memes, dude.
He did.
You're like opening yourself up to like a slow play call there or something, man.
Oh, there
Like if
there
you
was
got
a
time
lot
to
of people.
fully take a bite out of a sandwich,
Hold on. Let me take a bite real quick.
There was a lot of people in chat like that were not happy with like the pace of play in one of his games. They were like an hour in, I think, and they were on turn 4 or 5. And I'm not even exaggerating, boys. If you guys go watch that game, it was. I mean, I don't want to like accuse anyone of like pace of play. But at what point is there like, pace of play issues in an untimed game? I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's maybe a good like tournament to like go watch, or a top 8 to go watch in terms of things maybe not to do, like pull out food and like do these things. But like to Brody's, like, I don't know, he won it, and he's never won a tier 4 event, and he was very happy afterwards. Mm-hmm. And like, man, if it took a ham sandwich in the finals, or some of these other things, then so be it. But congrats, and it was a wild tournament to watch, dude. It was top 8 was 2 prisms. That was kind of like the talk of the tournament, was the prism decks.
So what was the full top 8?
Top 8 was 2 prisms. We had 1 KO, 1 Katsu, 1 Dromai, Brody on Azalea, and 1 Azuri and a Dory. So I mean, it was wide the freak open. The 2 prisms were
the talk of the town.
Well, they were the most represented hero in the top 8. Everyone else was single heroes, which is like, that's an incredible top 8. I mean, it's very diverse. All those heroes, you could say, yeah, I guess I could see someone bringing that. I mean, Azuri's, I don't know. Once you like learn how to play Azuri, you just bring in all the D reacts. If you don't have D reacts, Azuri's annoying. But when you have D reacts, it's a little easier to handle, and like.
Until
all the practice we've had against
have
Carter with it.
Conquer in there.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. There's things
That's
like,
the one that's
dude,
annoying.
the Already Dead got me the other day. Oh, I also want to talk about Decimator Axe on this pod at some point. Not to go on a rabbit hole here, but
no, you best not be talking shit about my axe.
No, I did. I just wanted to mention something about that, but Already Dead picked off one of my armor pieces the other day because it like destroys something on the chain, like even previously that defended, right?
Yeah.
And like, if I ever defend with Teklo after I transform and they already dead after they like do a go against
It's
me,
gone.
I die. I lose the game.
It's
I
the
lose
same
on
thing
spot.
as Shred.
Yeah. Well, no, Shred. Well, because it's battle worn, he's not. He doesn't have temper. So Shred, after I transform, he gains battle worn.
Right.
So he just
You're
goes
right.
to 0 counters and nothing. He doesn't die.
You're right.
But the already dead just says destroy, which is like you actually destroy my hero, which is kind of crazy. So there's some things to like watch out for in that matchup. But like all of these heroes, maybe besides that one, in my opinion, you could be like, yeah, this is like one of the top heroes. Azuri will just catch people.
On the topic of already dead as well, have you seen the price on that card?
Mm-mm.
It's at like $40-$50.
Some of the cards right now are pumping, dude. Codex is almost
Codex
$100.
of Frailty is at 70.
Yeah.
Freaking half the foils.
Dude, I thought
for
it was at like
Assassin.
90 for non-foils.
No, it was at 60-70. Unless people are going berserk
Pull
on
that
it.
shit up, Josh.
I'm pulling it up right now. Right now.
But yeah, kind of concluding on the calling. Congrats to Brody. I know we were kind of maybe felt like we were roasting him a little, but it was all in good fun. He's a good player. He deserves to win. It was just
You're right.
I really appreciated the
You're right.
the comedic value of
After
what
the
he did.
Azalea one with Brody and with new coming out.
About Codex?
Codex
Yeah.
of Frailty is at $80 for the non, and the Rainbow Foil is at $115.
Yeah, dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
That's
Azalea might be
insane.
like the straight up gas. I mean, we've been kind of knowing that though.
Yeah.
Our shop knows it.
Yeah.
Like I'll put that hero down because like people hate to play against it.
Yeah. Bailey doesn't though. He likes pummeling.
No,
I mean,
no.
shooting
We still
people
have. I
down.
mean, Tanner still plays it.
I know.
And I'm not saying you guys should get off it. It was just to the point where,
It's just annoying when you have that many around the shop.
yeah, that deck is just really strong.
It
It's
is.
just really, really good.
I think Judge, Jury, Executioner really does a lot for that.
I don't
deck as
even
well.
think Brody is playing that. He's not playing that, or it was some other aim counter one. I saw like the amplifying arrow in his list, so he's going for like a streamlined, more like a 0 cost list.
Gotcha.
Sleep darts. He's not playing
Sleep
sleep darts. Yeah. Which is like
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know. We'll see though, because after Dromai rotates, like all the lists kind of change. I was gonna go try to see, like, check out that list and see the differences. But yeah, I don't even think I'm gonna pick up Azalea, dude. We'll see. If I just get my ass kicked for a few weeks on end on Teklo, maybe I'll switch over.
Wouldn't hurt.
But
Give yourself a better chance.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
So quite a diverse top 8 at the calling. Do you want to give a shout out to a guy in our Discord, Ovaltine?
Yeah, Ovaltine made the
calling.
calling over there.
Stuck it out with Reinar.
Yeah. He 1-2 dropped Bailey, so shout out Bailey. He was also chosen to do the alpha draft. I wonder if there's like a picture of the alpha draft in here. God, that would be cool. But yeah, how lucky.
Yeah.
I think that was like obviously random, right?
Yep.
So
He was telling us he got the pink stripe pummel, which is probably a pretty good hit.
Hey, that's pretty dope.
yeah,
Hell
that's definitely
yeah.
definitely a good one. All the cards are pink stripe too. All the red cards.
All of them
in
are.
alpha,
but,
right?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
But I mean, like, there's some that are definitely better than others, For sure.
So yeah, definitely can't forget about Ovaltine, one of our earliest listeners.
What does that bring
supporters.
Azalea to?
Don't even look.
I'm looking.
Oh, he also got second in the gold foil commoner event.
Yeah, that's right.
So like he had a pretty like solid weekend, to be honest.
He had a ballin' day.
Let's see if we can even see. Gosh, doesn't. I wish there was like a picture of the finals maybe in that one, but it doesn't look like there is. Battle Hardened was also won by Azalea. So the Battle Hardened and Calling.
I'm gonna tear again.
Yeah, she so however many points that was.
Calling is 100.
She's
Battle
probably-
Hardened's 40.
She's
so
probably closer to like 500 now. Be my
Yeah,
guess.
that's what I was seeing. She gained 188 technically over the heavy hitter season. She is now at 416.
Okay, so
She's
actually not
seventh
bad.
on the
she's
Living
she's a
Legend
ways to
leaderboard.
go. Yeah, she's got a ways to go.
She kicked over Dory.
How
Wow.
many is Dory at?
Dory's only at 392.
Holy shit, dude. That's crazy.
Kano's almost higher than Dory. No, at 294. Yep. Bravo's quite high up there, as well as Katsu. Bravo's at 684. Katsu's at 592. So they're moving up in points.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to see like Welcome to Wraith Heroes with 300 points.
Finally getting some points, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe now she like has a resurgence, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think you should play Dory, bro. Honestly, you should just play Dawnblade Dory, to be honest.
Just do what I know.
Just like fucking, and she's like gotten better. Even the Dawnblade versions, you know, she's still gotten better. Fuck, I don't know. Like, you probably haven't been working on a list, right? Like,
it's
recently.
It's nice with the dual wield because the blade runners and everything, you're able to go against so much easier if you don't have the agility token. So it's like being able to swing twice, if not a third time, is quite easy because you can just swing once if you have an agility token off, like take it on the chin and stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it plays out if I choose to go down blade route or not. But right now I'm leaning towards the axe route.
Oh, that leads me to the axe thing. Dude, Decimator Axe, I've been scared of that card in real life tournaments because of because of Talashar's bug, dude. There's a fucking bug on Talashar, and I finally read the card the other day. It says non-equipment. It says it gives a negative -1 defense to non-equipment blocking. So all of my actual armor is fine. But for some reason, when I do it on Talashar, it reads it
Bugs?
It negs my armor when I block with it. So I realized this the other day, and I was like, oh, wait, what? Luckily, I didn't run into like any decimators like in the tournaments, but you might now.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? This meta we're gonna be walking into this weekend is like we have no idea.
Somebody could just be a menace like Bailey and go straight to.
I think this is the
Great
perfect
Axe.
type of tournament though, type of pro quest to go to. It's like that first few weeks when everyone's feeling stuff out, it's the best because it's just kind of wild west. Everyone's showing up with whatever they want.
Yep.
And yeah, they're always a lot of fun. Me and Carter were talking, and it's like, I mean, it really sucks with these pro quests and RTNs being attached to tournaments where they don't really give you a PTI, right?
Yeah.
So you have to go to the tournament that corresponds with those events. So like, am I realistically going to be able to go to Amsterdam if I somehow win? Probably not. Does that lead to like weird shenanigans where the guy wants to go and I don't, and there's a split? Yeah, maybe that leads to weird shit like that. And I mean, I don't think you can really. I have to like double check with the judge on what their ruling is on that stuff, because I know it still happens to this day, you know, with these events.
Yeah.
I'd have to get a passport and shit, dude. Like, yeah, right.
You don't have one?
No, dude, I don't go anywhere.
Hey, neither do I, man.
I just work, and then I go home, and then I throw
Go to
my kids
work.
around, and then I sleep, and I wake up, and I do it again. Play
Valid.
cards every once in a while.
I can't believe you've never been to like Mexico or anything.
No,
Really?
dude, no. I mean, you guys knew I talked about it all the time when I went to Vegas, how much I hate flying.
Yeah.
So that's a big part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
big
I
part
get
of
it, man. So do I.
Just hate flying. I fucking hate the whole experience. I also just like, you wouldn't be able to tell by knowing me, but like I like crowds. I fucking hate crowds. Like an airport. Oh my God, walking into
Just a
those
nightmare.
places. Oh my God, yeah, just like internally, just a nightmare for me.
Yep.
But
No, I can understand.
yeah, like never had a reason to. until I like met my wife and we've traveled a little bit now. The few years we've known each other, just had no reason to. No, not really.
No, makes sense.
But now it's like, well, shit. If I actually won, dude, I feel like I have to do all the ass kissing in the world to get the wife's okay and make it happen. Because I mean, I don't care if I O2 scrub like Bailey and shit in a pro tour. If I could just make it,
hey,
I wouldn't care. I'm just saying.
You better watch your fucking mouth.
I will do it with a smile. I will do it with a smile, dude. I just want to get there. I want to play in one. So it's hard.
That'd be so fun.
You got to win one of these. It's not like a top 4 situation like RTN. So it's a bit harder. So we'll see.
Is there anything else that you guys wanted to touch on for this episode?
I'm trying to think. I knew we were just kind of riffing. We had legit actual 0 show notes and didn't really talk about anything before we recorded. So where are we at? We had about an hour?
Yeah.
I think so.
Cool. You guys pick your PQ decks, Cliff? I don't know if you said. I know you're all over the place.
Yeah, I still think I'm probably going to be on Rhinar.
Okay.
Once pieces show up and I get the deck together and feel it out a bit, I'm probably going to end up on Rhinar. If by some miraculous chance that the cards come and I absolutely hate the way it feels, I'll probably be on Arachne.
Dude. You guys are breaking my heart.
Whoa.
Bold word from a man on Tekla.
Yeah.
The man was 0 living.
I feel like
points.
Hey, Tekla is 100% conversion rate in big tournaments, man. So
That's true.
Bailey's not wrong, and the math doesn't lie. You guys know this, so.
That is true.
No, I can't wait. I think, dude, honestly, maybe we can talk just a little bit before we leave here. I know we're getting to that point, but when Dromai leaves, a lot of decks that Tekla is good against get better, so more people play them. I also think more people play Prism, which isn't his best matchup, but it's better than fucking Dromai, I think.
Yeah.
I've beaten more Prisms than I have Dromais. But Victor becomes...
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that matchup... Prism is different because I have so many poppers and they're just a lot more effective, I think, against Prism. Dromai has so many dragons where your poppers can, if you're not really placing them where it matters, they can kind of just not matter, I guess. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Victor gets really good after Dromai leaves. I think Warriors probably get better. Kasai gets better. I don't think Kasai liked the Dromai matchup.
No, hate to.
My deck is very good against Kasai, very good against this Hatchet Dory thing. It's very good against Victor. More people play Bravo. It's good for him. So it's just a lot of decks just go up.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't freaking wait. We have a week until the whole meta shifts and rotates, and it's going to be interesting. And this is always my favorite time for brewing and my favorite time for catching people with their pants down.
Yeah. Getting on new heroes, trying to figure things out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like a race.
Yeah.
It's a rat race.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, boys. I think that might be it. You guys ready to get the fuck out of here?
I'm ready to get the fuck out of here.
Bailey's ready to
Yeah,
pass the
I don't,
fuck out. I
I
think
don't
Bailey's
really
sleeping.
have a whole lot to add. I got nothing.
I'm not gonna, dude. I'm so fucking sleepy.
Stony bologna sandwich.
Well, to conclude the episode,
ham. Fucking chode. Oh shit, we're still going. Shit. Hey, cut that out. Cut that out.
I will cut
Gosh, the entrance to this week's episode has to be 15 seconds of silence, and then Bailey fucking chode, and then he breaks into our opening song.
That would be pretty
Just zero context. Fucking chode.
All right, well, to conclude our episode, thank you guys for tuning in on episode 35. We know we didn't do too much on this episode, but we appreciate if you've stayed all the way through. You can join the Discord. It's always in the show notes. There's always a link there that you can click on and join. Come chat with us. You can send us an email at bigdeckenergycast@gmail.com. Thank you, brother. I didn't ever forget. But thank you again for tuning in, and catch us next week. But as we like to say, signing off. Peace.
See ya.
Hey, see ya.
As always, it's a pleasure.
There it was.